Hello everybody, good afternoon, welcome to Epcot. A little pop-up stream, decided I stream today, just came out to the park, kind of last minute, and just had a little bout of rain come through here, but we're all set now and it's getting steamy. But we're here at Epcot, we're gonna start out right here, go under Spaceship Earth of course, and explore World Showcase and maybe have a drink or a quick bite to eat or ride a couple things. We'll see what's going on. We'll assess the situation as the day goes. But thank you everybody for joining us. And I hope you enjoy our little day here at Epcot. All right. And looks like we got Disney Baker here. Thank you so much, Disney Baker, for joining us. Thank you, sir. And looks like we have Paul and we have Alex Boxall. So thank you very much for joining us. So let's get rolling here before this shot gets stale. So let's get going. Thanks again for joining us. Appreciate it, guys. Baker, hopefully you're doing good today. The Disney Baker, he is also a YouTube streamer. So if you guys want to check him out, Paul, Alex, if you want to check out the Disney Baker, you'll see his name right there. Check out his streams. He does a great job out here at the parks. So check out Disney Baker and subscribe to his channel, please. We like to support all the local streamers here at Disney. A little Phineas and Ferb right here at the front of the park. Meet and greet. Wait, let me take a look at my mic here. Sorry, everybody. Let's see. Sorry, folks. Let me just get this together here. All right. Let me make sure my mic sounds okay, folks. Make sure we're not having issues. I think it's a little bit over modulated. Let me, you know what it is? You know what I got going on? I think it's a little too close. Let me move it away. And yes, I saw the text pop up, but I was unable to open it. The Disney Baker. Is the mic? You said something about the mic. Is everything all right? I moved it further away. I know it was like a little over modulated. Okay, there you go. Better now. So thank you for letting me know, the Disney Baker. I think I had a little bit too close to my mouth, so I moved it away, and hopefully we're sounding good and not cutting out or anything like that. And I'll try to talk a little softer and see how that goes. All right, so here we go. You can look at the sky up ahead too. You can see, got some situation up there, but. Well, got a little rain poncho for my mobility scooter, so if the conditions get sour, we'll have a contingency plan. So, but it's all part of it when you explore the parks here in Florida, isn't it, the Disney Baker? You know it better than anybody. It could get a little bit dicey out here, so. All right. I didn't look at the wait time for Spaceship Earth, which I always like to do. That usually gives you a pretty good idea what's going on. Just from the looks of the parking lot, it wasn't very busy. The parking lot was maybe probably a little bit less than half full. Maybe between a quarter and a half and probably closer to a quarter full. It's very light crowd today here at Epcot. So. Which should make for a nice little day. I like when the crowds are a little on the light side. You know, not great for business and all, but it's great for maneuvering around and ride times and all that, and maybe be able to get some soaring in and see what happens. So we're just starting out now. The beauty of it, we're gonna just play it by ear. Wherever the scooter takes us, we're gonna go from there. So, Lily's Life. Hey, Lily's Life. Welcome in. Thank you so much for joining us. I was wondering if anybody was going to be able to see the stream, because I didn't even put it up. I didn't schedule it. I just kind of a little pop-up stream. So I was hoping that whoever, if we get some people that might find us and join us today. So so the Disney Baker is here. Lily's Life. She also has a wonderful YouTube channel. So if we check out Lily's Life as well. She comes out here at the parks. Great family right there. Ken and Jen. So please check out Lily's Life if you want to search for it. There's a link actually for Lily's Life in my description. So if you want to click on that and check it out, or if you want to do a search on your own, just if you did Lily's Life Disney on YouTube, it'll find it. It'll find her. So she loves Hollywood Studios and all this stuff. So just go check it out if you will. I do appreciate it. Support all the local streamers here at Disney, and we all just do this because we love it. So, and a small but growing channel, and that's it. We're just all here to support each other. We're doing this because our hearts are in the right place. We love this place. Here is Creations, always a pretty popular spot here at Epcot. Make sure you get yourself some merch when you come out. I'm gonna duck in there real quick just because of the doors were open over there, and I felt that AC coming out, and it felt pretty good, not gonna lie. So they got a new line of merch here, very colorful with Figment on it, Epcot, and they also have a coffee mug, and of course a Spirit jersey right here. So Lily's Life says, hey to Disney Baker, please like and share us out. Well, thank you to Disney Baker. I do appreciate that. So hopefully you'll be able to put your link in there. If you want to put your link on there, feel free to do so. I don't know how, if you'll be able to, you should be able to. I don't see why not. So feel free to put your link on there to Disney Baker. I do appreciate it. So people will know how to find you, sir. New Loungefly right here. I don't know if this is going to end up being a new style of Loungefly, but it's a little bit different than the typical Loungeflies that we're used to. It's more of a canvas with embroidered little figments on it. Very nice bag. And I wonder if it's the same price as all the other Loungeflies, which are usually in the $80 range. We'll have a look here, and it looks like $80. So there's very light purple.
Look at this one, Mom.
Loungefly bag right here. And they're very well made, in case anybody's wondering. You might think $80 is a little steep, but these things are, Michelle has a few of them herself, the faux leather type, and those things take a beating. And the print and all that stuff hold up really well. So, you know, one of those things, get what you pay for. So let's just take a buzz around here. This place is not as busy as it usually is. A little bit light crowds over here in Creation Shop.
Where Mommy go?
Here is a Stitch Loungefly right here, strumming his little ukulele. Take a look at that. Got some flowers along the top. And again, these are usually like in the $79 or $80 range. Actually, this one here, you see, $90. But a lot of detail, and like I said, very, very durable. These zippers hold up, you know. Michelle has hers. She uses it at the park. It gets banged around a little bit and put here, put there, and the thing still looks like it's brand new. And all this print, like this kind of stuff here, everything holds up. So I highly recommend the Loungeflies. Check them out when you come out to the parks. And there's a million different kinds. You can get a little collection going and try that on for size. $90 a pop. Tonio Tower, how are you, sir? Welcome in. We're not going to be going over to Hollywood Studios today, Tony. But we're here at Epcot today. Might possibly jump over to Magic Kingdom. But for now, we just got here at Epcot. Figured I'd do a little pop-up stream. And we had some rain come through. So here we are. And thank you for joining us, everybody. Please like and subscribe if you're enjoying this little pop-up stream. All right, so let's head on out and continue to explore the rest of Epcot, including World Showcase. Hooray to Hollywood! Yeah, yep, we did the Hollywood Studios yesterday. Tony got to see your little, got to see Tower Terror. So hopefully you got your fix there for a little bit, and That was always fun. I always love going over to Hollywood Studios, especially when you park hop over from Epcot. It's a very easy little trip, which I recommend as well. If you're coming down on vacation and plan on being in this area soon. There's a few different ways that you can conveniently get to Hollywood Studios from here at Epcot. So, there we go. A little bit of entertainment.
Thank you for watching our show. This is Max and Idar. Have a magical day. Thank you guys. Thank you so much. Maybe next year we'll pull stick, okay?
Is that, Paul's asking, is that entertainment permanent or temporary? I think it's temporary, Paul. It's actually the first time I've seen it. Maybe the Disney Baker could shed more light on that. But I'm pretty sure it's just a temporary thing. They kind of add stuff like that in, like this time of year, because right now we're in between festivals. So, so they sprinkle in a couple little extra little bonuses here and there. So, as you work your way around the park, all of a sudden there's a little bit of entertainment going on. So, just to mix it up a little bit. And how you doing? So that's how they do things, just to make sure that there's always something going on. It's me, David T. Hello, humans. Yeah, Tony, they're asking the same question. I think that's what it is. I think it's just like just the way I did a pop-up stream. I think that's like pop-up entertainment, And that'll probably just be going on for a few months. And then once Food and Wine Festival starts, I'm sure it'll probably end up going away. So, oh yeah, look at this bonus monorail right here. Bonus entertainment, bonus monorail. Anytime you have bonus monorail, it's a good thing. All right, there we go. Cue the monorail, right on cue. Thank you, monorail, for making an appearance. Yeah, Paul, you're supposed to be coming down, right? You're coming down next year? You're coming down next summer, sir? I do hear Test Track over there testing out the vehicles. Let me stop for 1 second here, and then I'm going to need water here already, pretty much. All right.
You know what would be cute? Pizza? I was going to have a
And these food booths that they use for the festivals right here. So this one is not operational right now. And that one as well.
Did you guys go to the wine festival with like wine for stuff?
Couple birds going at it right there. Kind of crazy. Very, very light crowds here today, Epcot. Does Homer Simpson control the monorail? Unfortunately, no. Well, actually, I should say fortunately, no. But that's a very good question, Paul. Paul, yes, I am May 3rd and the 10th. Me and my mom. 10th of May. All right, there you go. Me and my mom. All right, I read that all wrong, but that's cool. So looking forward to that. Hopefully, when you come down here, we'll have a chance to see you. So, Tony Otara says, and a lot more interactive for everyone. The Disney Baker. It's me, David. T says the Disney Baker see for cookie. That's good enough for me. Are you coming over to the clubhouse tonight? And that's also friends of the show is the Pete McDevitt Show. Pete McDevitt. There's also a link in our description to the Pete McDevitt Show. So, oh, I just saw a little bit of lightning. It looked like back there, but very relaxing vibe here today over at Epcot Center, as I like to call it. It's a good to-go day today, so not very busy. No reservations are needed. You just show up and scan yourself in. Paul says, when I stayed at the Art of Animation 2022, I recorded squirrels running around and running up the trees. Paul says, Tower Terror, the Homer Simpsons. Or is that Tony O'Tower? Sure, is there any way I can inbox you to let you know I've landed? Sure, definitely. My email and all that stuff is in our description, channel description, or you could just comment on the video. I get all that. So, yeah, just definitely let us know. And Michelle and I would love to be able to meet you and Mom, and show you around too. If you have any questions or any tips or pointers, definitely be happy to tell you what's going on. So that'd be great to meet you, Paul. And the Disney Baker says, maybe Ninja, I'll be getting ready for my show tonight. Tony Otaro, what show? Are you doing a stream from your place, the Disney Baker? Go ahead and plug it if you want right here. No problem with that, sir. I spied a Tower Terror from across the lagoon. Yes, you do, sir. Yes, you do. I see it right back there. Oh, I mean, I'm looking at it, but I'm not showing you. There you go. There it is. You can kind of see it behind the trees, but I'll go to that little spot. We all know that little spot. Let me zoom back out. So, Paul says, cool, okay. Paul says, thank you. Tony Otara says, the stage performers made the park so lively at the Disney Baker. Yes. And then the Disney Baker, I skip one there. Disney Baker said, I agree, Tony. When Disney pulled all the stage performers off of Main Street and Hollywood Studios, it left a void in entertainment. Yeah, I agree. So, and then Tony says, enjoying the Tower Terror views. The Disney Baker, there's the Disney Bakers. Plug right there. Sunday night hangout, 7 o'clock, Walt Disney World time. Thank you. Yep. So anybody who happens to be watching this or tuning in, going back on the chat, and I'll remember to mention it a few times throughout the afternoon, that the Disney Baker, and that's at the Disney Baker at YouTube at 7 o'clock tonight. Make sure you check out his from his studio. He does some streams from his studio. Very, very entertaining guy and very knowledgeable guy. He knows when it comes to knowing about the parks, the Disney Baker's your guy. So tune in, 7 o'clock tonight. I know I'll probably tune in if I'm home by then.
We are going the right way though. Like, I don't want to.
Yeah, I'm trying to switch sides.
All right. It's a little easier to get that shot right now, Tony, because there's no festival. There's usually a line right here. Usually when there's a festival, you got a line right here for to order food and stuff. But now you can actually stop and look across at this beautiful site. Let me show you in case anyone is not familiar with it. And I will zoom in. Bear with me 1 second. Might be a little broken up, a little pixelated, but And then Paul says, LOL to Homer Simpson. Oh, I could see my house from there. And the Disney Baker threw some hearts out there. And Tonio Tower, yes. There you go, Tonio Tower. And everybody take a look at that. You see that? That's Morocco in the foreground. And then way, it looks like it's part of it, but that's actually miles away, is Tower of Terror, the backside of Tower of Terror over at Hollywood Studios. And it kind of blends in with the landscape and the stylings. If you look at the paint scheme and the stylings, it looks like it blends right in right there with Morocco, like a skyline. So that's two different parks, folks. Amazing stuff, and that's not by coincidence from what I understand.
Yes.
All right, the Disney Baker, ta-ta for now. We're driving through a rainstorm, and we're talking about, you were talking about, I have to focus on, yes sir, please be safe, the Disney Baker, so we could all watch you tonight at 7 o'clock on your stream, 7 p.m. Eastern time, Disney World time. So thank you so much, the Disney Baker, for being here. Appreciate your support, sir. And Tonio Tower, I love how well the Tower of Terror blends in. Elisa and Neil, Disney fan, welcome in. Hey, Scooter Adventures, they say. How you doing, Alyssa and Neil, Disney family? And there's some thunder. Look at that. Right on cue, Alyssa and Neil. Are you responsible for that outreach? Heard some thunder, right as I said your name. But welcome in. Great to see you guys. Thank you so much for being here. Tonio Tower, hello, Alyssa and Neil. Alyssa and Neil, Disney family. Hi, Tony. Tonio Tower, I find it neat how Tower of Terror is both a drop tower and a World Showcase display building. And then Elisa and Neil, Disney family, say hi, David T. So there we go. I think we're caught up on the chat for now. So it's nice to have everybody here. Thank you everybody for joining us. We do appreciate everyone that's here today on a nice relaxing day at Epcot. And we're going to move on. So let's keep going. I just wanted to show everybody that view. And that view is over here towards, as you come into Epcot and go around, that's Disney Traders right there. There's two gift shops, like almost like twin gift shops. One of them is Port of Entry, and that's Disney Traders. There's a Joffrey stand. And then just beyond the Joffrey stand, there's a food booth right here for that leads into Mexico. And if you look that way, you will see what we were just looking at, the how the Tower of Terror lines up behind Morocco. So take a look at it yourself when you come out. Show your friends. And this is Mexico. We usually start out to the, we usually go to the right, but look at today. We're starting out to the left. Look at us getting crazy. And you can see the crowds again. I mentioned it earlier. Crowds are a little bit light. It looks busy right here, but this always gets busy. It's like a little bottleneck. Whoa, bird came right at us. If it was 3D, that would have looked pretty interesting. But yeah, so this kind of like a little bottleneck right here. So this always gets busy, so it's very deceiving. But the crowds today are extremely, extremely light. A good to go day. So no reservation was needed to enter the park today. You just basically show up, scan into the parking lot with your Magic Band or whatever if you're an annual pass holder, and then into the ticket gate and right in. So, and then here we are. But if you're familiar with this area is usually very packed right going through here, through Mexico. And we could actually want to, yeah, we'll take a quick stop into Mexico. Take a look. See what's happening. We'll try to maybe stop in each country along the way. And then point out this is the accessible if you're on a scooter or anything like that. This is the accessible ramp. It's just to the right. If you're looking at or if you're at the Mexico Pavilion, to the right is the ramp that takes you in. So and that's, how are you?
Hi, friend.
Nice to see you.
Nice to see you too. Just be careful, okay?
Yes.
We have plenty of experience right now.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
And here we are. This is Mexico. And they have some displays in here to take a look at. Skeletons at work during Dia de Muertos. Skeletons are often used to mock the idea of death. Here, happy calicas are depicted going about their normal everyday lives, running errands, working, relaxing, and playing sports. These types of figurines reflect activities the dead most enjoyed in life and are often displayed on ofrendas. and collector's shelves. So there is a lot of thunder going on outside. If you just heard that, I don't know if you're able to hear that, folks. There it is again. Woo. So I'm going to probably look at the radar here. We might end up being trapped in here for a little bit. I want to try to maybe find a location that's a little bit. Let's see what's going on here. Let me just pop back out, check the radar. And Alyssa Neal said, hi, David T. And Alyssa Neal said, we're good. I see the cloud. Oh, yeah, they're rolling in, Alyssa and Neal. Not only the clouds, but bringing in a little bit of lightning and thunder as well. So we're going to have to watch that. Tony O'Tower, I do enjoy Grand Fiesta tours within Epcot. Yes, I do too. Listen, Neal said, no food booths until August. Yep, Food and Wine Festival would be the next opportunity for food and drink beverage booths. So right now we're in between festivals. And it looks like I see people grabbing their umbrellas. Huh. Yeah. Looks like some stuff coming in. I do have an umbrella for the scooter, so let's scan along here and just see. Let's get a point in the direction of where the stuff is coming from so you can get an idea. All right, see that? That's where it's all coming from, back that way. All right, and let's just get caught up with the chat here. I do enjoy Grand Fiesta. No food was till August. And Paul said, don't spin the camera so quick. Oh, sorry. Sorry, sir. Sorry. Didn't mean to do that. Just joking, the camera's okay. All right, thanks, Paul. but if I do move it too quick, and I don't need anybody getting sick out there, please. So if I happen to move it too quick, let me know. I accept all feedback, positive or negative, so let me know. Surf Bum, hey guys, welcome in, Surf Bum. Love Pugs, how you doing, Love Pugs? Good to see you. Been a little bit. Hello everyone from California, happy Sunday. Welcome in. Seen you in the chat before, and thank you for rejoining us. Surf Bum, hey Alyssa and Neal. Hi, Love Pugs, says Surf Bum. Paul says, hi, Pug. Tony O'Tower, hello, Surf Bum. Surf Bum says, Tony. Never too old to play. Can Chip and Dale do a drum battle today? Never too old to play. Message retracted. So, do a drum battle today at Epcot. I don't know where Chip and Dale are today over here at Epcot. So, Scooter Ventures, sorry I have to go. I have a guest turning up in 10 minutes. I hope you have a good stream. Well, thank you so much, Paul. We always appreciate you joining us. Thank you, sir. And you know, pop in whenever you'd like, or just drop us a comment, whatever, and I will be happy to get back to you, email me or anything like that. So we appreciate your support. Thank you so much, Paul, and have a great day over there in the UK. Never told to play Chip and Dale do a drum duet today at Epcot again. And then Tony O'Tower says, see you around, Paul. And then Paul says, thank you, Tony. Have a good stream, everyone. Never too old to play. I wish you can ask a cast member where Chip and Dale went today. Yeah, I'll try to find out where Chip and Dale went. You know, we'll see. So, let's see here. So, Paul says we'll do. So, let me just, I'm going to head back in. I'm trying to pull the radar up, but it didn't work here. Just want to look and see what's going on. I'll show you what I see on the radar. I don't think it's real big because I did check the radar coming in. So, let's see what we have here, folks. All right. Yeah, so I think it's fairly small. Small but potent, you know. Take a look. Blue dot. Where's the blue dot? Right there. See it? There you go. And the last couple ones. That one that's blowing up right there. Kind of expands right at the last couple frames. That's the one that's out there right now. But it looks like after that, we might be okay. Well, there's another one way back there. You see under the word kiss and kissing me? That one's coming this way too. So we're going to just watch it. Nothing you can do. Florida. So let's keep going. Again, thank you everyone for joining us today. We do appreciate it. If you could smash that like button for us. and subscribe. We would definitely appreciate it. I am Mike from Scooter Adventures, and Michelle is at home. And hopefully everybody could hear. In fact, I'm going to let Michelle know. Okay, let's go somewhere. Let me get the camera straightened out. All right, so let's roll along here. All right, folks, let me grab this so I don't get anybody sick making my turn. I'm going to try to make this turn as slow as possible. Here, I got to make a U-turn. All right, here we go. So it looks like it might just miss us. So we're going to go back in here for a couple seconds. Always a pretty good crowd over here on this side, especially to the right. There's always a line for the tequila bar. So. All right. Shopping to the left. The Cava del Tequila is that way. It's actually not much of a line. Usually there's always a line for the tequila bar. So let's go. And I'm thinking, because of the crowd today, the line for soaring is probably not that bad. We could probably do soaring if everybody wants to do that here in a few minutes as we work our way all the way back around. We're kind of as far as you could possibly get from soaring right now, but we will come back around. And this is Mexico here at Epcot. So stop in here real quick, do a quick scan of the merch. Got some lounge flies out, some merch. Got some t-shirts over here. And a couple lounge flies. All right. I still hear it rumbling out there. It's a pretty cool little vibe over in here in Mexico.
Which has like Guardians of the Galaxy.
San Angel Inn on Hell. And there's the restaurant right there. All right, move along here. Cool vibes in here, though. This is a great place. Here's Cava de Tequila. Very, very popular place. Thank you. Welcome in, everybody. Let me just see what's happening in the chat here. Surf Bum, going there. Park Bro, I didn't even notice that you entered. Park Bros, sorry about that. I was working my way around over here, and I didn't notice that you dropped in. So Park Bros is in the room. Welcome in. Welcome back. Kind of a last minute pop-up stream over here at Epcot today. I got here about 1 o'clock-ish, and decided to do a little pop-up stream. We had a little rain shower come through. It looks like there's more rain coming now too, but we'll make it. And I'm gonna head back out and keep exploring World Showcase, and hopefully not get wet. So let's go. But thank you for joining us, Park Bros. Park Bros is also friends of the channel. Make sure you check out Park Bros on YouTube, Diz Pod, and there's also Living in Diz, Corey. So Lawrence and Corey, thank you so much, guys. They do a lot for the streamer community here at the Disney parks, and they create a little community where a lot of us streamers could go to improve our streams. All right, a little bit tight here. So if you're on a scooter, there we go, made it. All right. I'm hitting each one of these poles as I go by, clipping it, but it's very tight. All right, we're back out. A lot of people coming in, so it must be raining outside. It's the only thing I can think of. Look how many people coming at us. Yeah, I think it's that's what's going on. So, oh, go ahead. No, go right ahead. Yeah. All right, I'm gonna pull out over here just to see what the weather looks like, and then actually have a little bit of beverage too. So, getting thirsty. Gotta always stay hydrated, folks. Always stay hydrated, even on an overcast day where it doesn't seem so hot. Stay hydrated. Yeah, so it looks like there's definitely some rain going. It's not so bad though. Light rain. We'll make it through. Let me just grab my umbrella in case. So just bear with me 1 second here while I put my umbrella up. But again, thank you so much for joining us, Park Bros. Do appreciate it. Appreciate everything you guys do. And thank you, Park Bros. He said he shared the stream on Disney Streaming Network when I saw it pop up. Well, thank you so much, Park Bros. I do appreciate it. Yeah, it was kind of a last minute thing, so just kind of popped it up here to see, it looked like a nice relaxing day here at Epcot, and might have an opportunity to do some rides and stuff. So I said, why not? So popped up a stream. I was just actually coming out here to do a little bit of vlogging today, but we had a little change of plans. So here we are. Let me get my umbrella. And thank you, everybody. Appreciate you joining us. Very do appreciate this. And let's see, umbrella. Got a new little setup I'm trying out with the umbrella so that I can attach it and still be able to keep streaming. So we're gonna, hopefully this will be successful. Let's try this great experiment. Let's see what happens. All right, so I got that on there. Well, I guess that might be a little bit too. I don't know if that'll. I don't think that'll work. All right, so we'll have to. I can just hold the umbrella, keep it up here as we continue around.
You covered this stroller. It's super tempting.
And actually, we might be able to get by for a little bit without the umbrella. So let me just put this aside. Have it handy. So let's continue on, folks. But once again, thank you, Park Bros, for putting the stream out there. Do appreciate it. And thank you for all you do. So let's continue on.
They said they were up there near the exit. Oh,
no salía, mi amor, ven, ven. Todo el mundo sale.
Never been here in their whole life. This is like your first trip, okay?
All right, now we're going to go to the left here and go this way towards Norway. See what's happening over here in Norway. All right, and there is quite a breeze kicking up right now. Hopefully, hopefully you hear the wind and it's not too bad in the mic. So let me see real quick. I'm going to go back a little bit on the chat just to catch up where we are. I'm going to try to see if I can read everybody's chat today as I'm maneuvering and driving around the park. So, let's see. All right, so go back a little bit here. So Surf Bomb joined us. Never told to play. I wish you can. All right, and then here we go. Never told to play. I would like to know where Chip and Dale are today, besides the Land Pavilion. Oh, so is that where Chip and Dale usually are, over at the land? I'm not sure. So I don't really run into too many characters. So, and then we had Park Bros say hello, hello. Serpom says, hey, Park Bros. Tony O'Tower says, good afternoon, Park Bros. And Christopher Salas says, Park Bros, we meet again. Haha. Tony O'Tower, hello, Christopher. I keep finding you along with Park Bros. LOL. And Ryan McKinney, I can't wait. In 3 weeks away from my big vacation at Disney Cruise Vacation. I have wonderful memories. I have my wishes and dreams come true. And Ryan McKinney, I will have a great vacation at Disney Cruise. I will have a great time. Disney Cruise will be partying on the cruise. Christopher Salas, Tony O'Tower, I'm always looking for a Disney stream. Well, thank you so much. I do appreciate you joining us, Christopher Salas. And hopefully you will enjoy this particular stream. And if you will, please subscribe. I appreciate that. And let's see. Tony O'Tower, first time seeing the live music playing. Yeah, that was actually, I guess because of the weather maybe, but you usually see those guys out on the, on the, not the street, but right out by the restaurant there. So I don't know if it was because of the weather that they had them set up, but I was the first time I've seen that too, Tony. So, but then again, would never consider myself an expert on what goes on inside the Mexico Pavilion. I just usually pop in there once in a while. So, all right. So, Tony O'Tower says same here at Christopher. And then Laura O'Quinn says, hi, everybody. Hello, Laura O'Quinn. Park Bros, I shared the stream and then on this Disney Streamer Network. And everybody that's the Disney Streamer Network that Park Bros is talking about, again, that's it's a group that they started that Lawrence and Corey from Living in Diz on YouTube started. They have the Diz Pod and a podcast, and they help out streamers, Disney streamers. And let me just stop here. I want to try to stop in every country, every pavilion, but they help out streamers. So if you enjoy the Disney streams and the Disney streamers and this community that we all have. Guys like Park Bros are out there helping us out, you know, and they create a forum for everybody to kind of share ideas. And you know, there was a time when it was quite competitive and it was cutthroat, but now it's kind of it's evolving where it's very a lot of streams are working together now, and you know, people are seeing each other in the park and sharing each other's streams out, which is a much better environment, especially here for Disney. You know, we're not here to compete against each other. We're here to try to bring everybody, you know, the parks. That's what we're all trying to do here. And I'm trying to do it from a perspective of a ECV. So, you know, because there are a good number of people that come out and have to use ECVs here at the park. So hopefully I can help people doing that. But we are able to share different techniques and different things that work. We created a forum for people to do that. So thank you so much, Park Bros. Do appreciate all that you guys do. Not So Scary Mary TV says to Ryan McKinney says, I will have a wonderful vacation, Disney Cruise vacation. I'm king of the party. Yes, I bet you are, Ryan. I bet you are. So happy you were streaming. Yeah, it's a pop-up stream, Neri. I got here. I was going to vlog today, but I figured why not? It looked like the park was pretty pulled into the parking lot about 1 o'clock or so, and the parking lot was very, very light crowds today. Very light crowds. So I figured it might be an opportunity to maybe ride Soaring, get on a couple rides. So I said, instead of vlogging, let me start a stream up. So that's kind of what we did. And that's where we are. So Not So Scary Mary says, hey, Antonio Tower, hey. Saturday Parks Live, hi. And Antonio Tower, hello, Neri. Not So Scary Mary TV, the little heart. And Ryan McKinney, I will have a great vacation at Disney Cruise because I wait till July. I have great memories and best wishes and dreams. Yep, I got you, Ryan. Got you, kid. Not So Scary Mary TV, yay, Scooter. And Cruising the Magic. Thank you so much for joining us. Good afternoon. Just got home from Florida this morning. Missing it already. What were you down? You were down here, I would assume, at the Disney Resort? We stay for a week, or tell us about it. What'd you do? You stay at one of the hotels on site here? Were you here for a few days, a week or so? And what did you get to do? Did you get everything in that you were hoping? Get some good restaurants in? Get some good merch? Let everybody know. You can share it with the group. We're here. We're not going anywhere. We have nothing but time on our hands today. It's a Sunday afternoon. Park Bros says, glad to support all the hardworking streamers in our community, those who deliver great Disney content for the viewers. Well, thanks again, Park Bros. We do appreciate it. We love doing it. This is, you know, these streams are nothing without the folks out there that are watching. So, and we're just happy to bring it to them. Right there, folks like Cruising the Magic, who just got home from their vacation. Hopefully they can relive some of that magic and kind of feel like they're still here. I know what it was. You know, you take it with you. And hi, how are you? And you definitely missed this place. Oh, pardon me, buddy. Thank you, sir. Oh, and here it is. Now the rain's picking up a little bit, so we're gonna have to find a little place where we can get out of the elements here for a minute. And I know just a place. It's going to be the next country over, China. It's a very good place to get out of the elements over there. There's a few places, then all the way in the back where the show lets out. There's a bunch of doors and a real wide open area. And then there's also right in front of the China Pavilion, before you go in, there's a little lobby in there, and then there's a big waiting area for the show. And great AC too. If you're looking to cool off, that's the place. All right. So yeah, it's starting to pick up a little bit. We're almost to our spot. Let's get in there. Oh, here it comes. Here it comes, folks. Uh-oh. It's here. I'm getting soaked. All right. Well, let's keep going. All right. Well, we're in here now. So, and everything is soaked. So let me just kind of see where we're at. All right. Sorry, folks. I didn't mean to come racing in here like that, like a crazy person. But we had to get some shelter. I am pretty much, like, you can take a look here. Take a look. Yeah, that's kind of not really what you want, but not the end of the world. We'll be all right. We'll make it. All right, so in the meantime, let's take a look. Let's browse. If you see anything you like, let me know. Real nice stuff in here, though, actually. Never really stopped and looked around. All right. And then cruising the Magic. Let's see. I think we're all caught up. No, we're not. Trying to get to everybody's chat, folks. There we go. Park Pro said, glad to support all the hard work and stream. Those who deliver great Disney content for the viewers. Well, and again, thank you so much, Park Bros. Please check out Park Bros. Check out Living in Diz. You know, some like right now it's very low. So, just things that, you know, part of it's because I'm inside, but there's a lot of just dead spots in the park, a lot of areas. So let me try to go out over here underneath this overhang. And so there's just different areas where you're going to have different bit rate issues. And yeah, go over here. Spin around. Didn't mean to get anybody sick, but I'm just trying to get a better shot for everybody. All right, here we go. And you can kind of see what we're dealing with right here. All right, let me point this way. And let's just take a look at that. Not much to look at, folks, but that's what we have right now. And just trying to stay dry. It'll pass. I think it's a pretty small cell. Everybody's getting their ponchos on, getting ready to move along. I think we have a pretty decent signal now. Let's see. All right, so there we were. So Not So Scary Mary TV says, please like and subscribe if you haven't. You will love this amazing channel. Well, thank you so much, Not So Scary Mary TV, and please check out her channel as well. So Tony Otara, done at Neary. Not So Scary Mary TV, Cruising the Magic, welcome in. And Not So Scary Mary TV says, Park Bros, thank you for all you do for the streaming community and all the content creators. You guys are great. And Cruising Theme Park Guide, welcome in. Hi, Sierra. How are you, she says. And that's another one of our channel friends, partners. Say hello to Sierra. She does live streams and vlogs from the parks. So you'll see her at any one of the parks, not only Disney, but Universal as well. And she pops up on cruises as well. So she's got it all covered and does a great job at it too. So she streams, vlogs, you name it. So a lot of great content on there. You could learn a lot from watching her streams and vlogs and pods. So, I mean, not pods, her vlogs and streams. So please check out Cruise and Theme Park Guide. The link is in our description below this stream. And, you know, sink into some of that stuff and take a look. Some pretty good content there. So thanks for joining us, Sierra. Appreciate it. I did a little pop-up stream today. I didn't even plan. I planned on coming out here doing a little bit of vlogging. But got here to Epcot and crowds were real light, looked like. So I said, oh, why not, you know, put a stream up. Maybe I have a chance to get some rides in. But now you see what's going on here with the rain, and here we are. So hopefully this will pass through. I just looked at the radar, and it should pass through. And we're gonna continue on around. Maybe get Ratatouille in. Maybe do soaring. So we're gonna play it by ear. Hopefully this rain will light up a little bit, and we'll move along. So there we are. So Cruise and Deep Park Guide, and then Not So Scary Mary TV, Cruise and Deep Park Guide. Hey, and Antonio Tower. Hello, Sierra. I'm doing well. Working on some animation frames. And then Not So Scary Mary TV says it's a beautiful community and everybody loves and helps each other, and that's the wonderful, and we all share the magic, and that really is true. Not So Scary Mary TV. You know, we're all, like I said, I love the climate now that everybody's, a lot of channels are helping each other. You know, smaller channels, bigger channels, like everybody's just kind of, it's a fun community, and it's great to be a part of it. I'm honored to be a part of it. And, like I said, there was times in the beginning, we've all struggled as YouTubers, where you question whether you're going to keep your channel going or not, And over the years, gotten feedback from people that some of our videos and vlogs have helped people out that might need ECVs, and, showing people different things around the parks and tips and tricks and all that. I love doing it, and as we all do. We all love making these videos, so and we love everybody that's watching them, because without you out there watching, we're nothing. So thank you, everybody. The streamers are great, but the streamer viewers, that community is amazing as well. They're there for all of us. They're always popping up. People like Tonio Tower, you see everybody out there. They're always in these streams, and it goes on and on and on. So teamwork makes the dream work. Cruising the Magic. I know Cruising the Magic has been in a few of our streams already, and I've seen him in other streams. So, right there, Cruising the Magic, male or female. I don't mean to say him, but Cruising the Magic is there. People like that. We love it. Thank you. So Cruising the Magic, teamwork makes the dream work. Yes, it does. Park Bro says that. Thanks, Not So Scary Mary. It's just my way to give back. I don't get to the parks often, so this way I can help grow the community. And yes, and it's like I said, we really appreciate it, Lawrence. We really do. So. And hopefully everybody's showing the love back to you guys, living in Diz, run into him in the parks all the time. Corey, he puts a lot of hard work into it. I know you put a lot of hard work into it, and asks nothing in return. So, yeah, it's amazing. Make sure to please like and subscribe to this channel. Thank you, Not So Scary Mary TV, Cruising the Magic. I actually own a house there, worrying towards my retirement. Yeah. Yep, well, hurry up and retire, Cruising the Magic. We're here. Come on down, join our community. And then we'll see you at the parks all the time. You could become an AP like all of us and spend your weekends over here or even your weekdays over here at the Walt Disney World Resort. It's a great place to spend some time, let me tell you. And then Not So Scary, what a wonderful relaxed stream. Yeah, I try to be relaxed, especially on the Sunday. It's a Sunday fun day, relaxing stream. I'm all about relaxing, or basically, TBT. I'm all about being lazy. Today's a lazy day, so I'm working. And then Cruising the Magic says we'll be back on July 4th. Well, thank you. Hopefully, if you see any of us in the parks, you'll say hello, Cruising the Magic. Park Bros, that's why I started watching live streams. I had to just got back from a trip and wanted to see Harmonious. I found Living in Diz, and it's grown into a partnership between him and I. Yeah, and Corey does an amazing job. I've been watching his stuff too for a while, even before I started streaming. And then we used to run into him at the parks, and kind of wave at him. He had no idea who I was. Didn't know what Scooter Adventures was. Just some guy on a scooter waving at him, and he was always very friendly and always nice to us, and very classy guy, and I'm just proud to be a part, in the fold now. So, and then Cruising the Magic says love the Florida rain. Not So Scary Mary, Brian McKinney. Let's concentrate and talk about Epcot. Tell me you love about Disney. It's such a fun stream. Yeah, Brian. So Lily's Life, welcome back in. Lily's Life, hi Mary. Great to see you, Lily's Life. And then Lily's Life says, hi, Park Bros. And I'm so glad you're streaming this afternoon. Thank you, Christopher Salas. I am too. Like I said, it was a last-minute thing. If you heard me mention earlier, I don't want to keep beating that up. But yeah, it was kind of a last-minute thing. And I'm happy to be here streaming. And hopefully everybody's enjoying it. And the rain is stopping, so I'm going to go back out. So, Not So Scary Mary says, Lily's Life. Yay. Hi, beautiful. So happy to see your name posted. A picture on Instagram, sending you a big hug. And a big hug to Mom and Dad from us. Wait, let me point this so zoom out first. It's always good to get a wide shot as cruising around here. Point this forward. And let's roll. Big hug for Mom and Dad. Yes, Lily's Life, and Mom and Dad, that whole family, great people. Cruising the Magic. We will be celebrating my daughter's birthday at Epcot in August. It will be nice and hot. Oh yeah, it's going to be a little toasty. Cruising the Magic, a little bit toasty. Christopher Salas, AccuWeather says the rain should be done in about 4 minutes. Hope they are right. Well, it seems like it. Christopher Salas, thank you for that update, because I'm sure I'm about 4 minutes behind on the chat, and voila, it looks like it stopped raining, so I think we're good. And then we're almost caught up here. Not So Scary Mary TV, Christopher Salas, thank you for the update and the weather. We appreciate that. And it looks like Christopher Salas was correct, because it has completely stopped raining. Now, here's the other thing. I talked about this with Mary yesterday. It's Not So Scary Mary TV. On a scooter, if you happen to be using a scooter, for those of you that aren't, just bear with me. One of the things you want to watch when you're on the scooter now is deep puddles. The top part of the scooter could get wet, as you just saw. I showed you that I had some water on the console, which is not the best thing, but it's okay. But it's underneath that you really want to keep dry. So as you start to venture out when the rain stops, try to avoid deep puddles and splashing through puddles. If you see a puddle that you have no way to get around it, just go through it real slow, because basically the computer, the brains of the whole scooter are right underneath your heels, where you put your heels on the floorboard, right underneath your heels, right in front of the rear wheels. And that's where you don't want to get that wet, because you start shorting stuff out, and it's not in a sealed compartment by any means. It's a sealed unit, the controller, it's called the controller, but it's not in a sealed compartment, so water can get in there. So just keep that in mind. All right, so I think we're all caught up on the chat. Let me get some water. And then Cruising the Magic says, Tony Tower says, I love being part of the viewer community. Yes, and you're one of the pillars of the viewer community, Tony Tower. I see you. You're on everybody's stream. You support everybody, and you'll be in the Viewer Hall of Fame someday, Tony Tower. Everybody knows you, and we all appreciate you joining us, as I do right now. So, Cruising the Magic, I do have annual passes. I love it. Tony Tower, I found you through Jen and Mike. Yes, you did. Yep, and Jen and Mike, that's other partners. Let me mention them. That's a good idea, Tony. Magical Adventures, M-A-J-I-C. Not magical, Magic, M-A-J-I-C Adventures. That's Magical Mike and Jen. So, please check out their channel. They do live streams from here at the parks. And WW Stream Finder, good afternoon, Mike. So scooter isn't a boat, right? No, it's not a boat. And everybody thinks they cover it, but you want to cover it with a poncho and stuff. Keep the top part dry, but more importantly, you want to keep the underside dry, and that's the thing. Because if that gets wet, even if you're on a rental, I'm sure that's not. You don't want to have to start dealing with a scooter shorting out on you when you're at a park, and having to call them and explain to them, hey, I'm broken down in Italy Pavilion at Epcot. I got to bring me a replacement scooter. It could disrupt your day, so just always be careful around deep puddles when you're on a scooter. So, and then Christopher Salas, good to see you again, WW Stream Finder. And again, thank you for joining us, WW Stream Finder. That's another channel right there. Everybody, please check out. They help out streamers, and as you see the name, Stream Finder, and pretty much all the Disney streamers are listed there, or most of them, and the list keeps growing and growing and growing. We were added to the list. Very honored to be part of it. And Stream Finder, WDW Stream Finder. And then good afternoon, WDW. Nice to see you, Christopher Salas. Hello, good afternoon to you, Tony O'Tara and the Smith Adventures. Hello from Indiana, 103 degrees here. How's the temp? Well, it's a lot cooler than that here, the Smith Adventures. We just had some rain come through, but it's not even that steamy. Usually in Florida we get steamy after rain. It's actually pretty comfortable. So I'm not gonna I'm not gonna beat it up and be like, oh my God, it's so unbearable right now. It's really not that bad. So I really no complaints from me on this weather right now. So all right, so let's move along. So I give you something to look at and try to get around World Showcase before the next batch of rain comes. So let's move on. And there you see the Joy of Tea. Some people online. Good day for a cup of tea today. Or some Joffreys. Got some ducks over here. Looking around for some snacks. All right. Let's move on, folks. Well, let me increase my speed a little bit. I always lower my speed when I'm inside a gift shop or a shop, any kind of shop. So.
I'm a library.
And you see across to Italy, they're still servicing the tower. I'm not sure what that tower is actually called, but it's still under refurbishment underneath that big square. I guess it's scaffolding up underneath, but they have a pattern. It looks just like the tower underneath. So let me, sorry folks, let me just fix myself up here. I'm coming apart. All right. Hopefully everything looks good. Looks like we have a nice strong signal. Hopefully the audio sounds good. Anybody let me know if something is amiss, and I will correct it. This right here is a drawbridge. I don't know if anybody's familiar with that. This is where they bring the barges in that for the fireworks. This is a drawbridge. You see the gate right here. There's a gate there, and that will close. They don't let people, of course, when that's going to go up, they clear everybody. You stand back here. The drawbridge goes up, and they bring the barges out for the for Luminous, the story of us. And it's a really good thing that they don't keep them out there all day long. They're removable, so you don't So if you look across the lake, you don't have to look at that mass of barges. So you can see it right here. And those are removable. And look at that sky. Whew. But let me try to zoom in a little bit. Bear with me with this zoom. Right there is the barges. There's I believe, somebody correct me if I'm wrong, I think there's 6 of them. And they take them out through that drawbridge and lock them all into place. Get everything all plugged in. I think that was lightning. Could be wrong. Either that or was a flash. But that's the barges. Oh, there you go. That's Luminous, the story of us. Yeah, I think that might have been lightning. So, I think if I'm in a pack of people, I should be good. You stay with the pack, so if you're by yourself, you have a better chance of getting struck by lightning. If you're in a pretty good pack like this, I like my chances. It's 1 in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Looks like about 50 of us in this little pack. I got a 1 in 50 chance. I like my chances a little bit better than if I was by myself. And of course, not that I'm wishing anybody else gets struck by lightning, but just kind of, selfish, I suppose. All right, now we're up to Germany. Right here. Very, very quiet. When there's no festival like these, this is usually some booths right here, and there's usually some entertainment on that stage. Right here, see the stage to the left, and then right there is a little food booth. They usually have of course, some German food, and I think they usually. I'm trying to think if they have a beer flight there or not. I think they usually do, and I love the beer flights. Me and Michelle usually partake in the beer flights when we're here. And this right here is one of my favorite pavilions, and I'm sure it's a lot of people. This is a great looking pavilion right here, especially at night too. Germany. And hopefully it's looking good to everybody at home.
Which is why I was skeptical.
There it is. Let's soak that in for just a second. Let me put this down. I want to get some water. I'm sorry if it's a little bit bumpy. I had to place it in its holder. I have a little holder built in on the scooter. And let me just grab some water, so give me something to look at for a second.
Okay.
Well, that's important.
Let's stay hydrated, folks.
Yeah, we'll pass them.
All right, let me find my lid, and then we'll get moving here. Everybody see my Joffrey's cup right here. Love it. Look at that. When you look at it from different angles, it changes colors. Really cool. Got it on their website, Joffrey's. I don't make any money from that, so if it's interesting to you, go check it out. I think it was like 30 bucks. I think I got it on sale around the holidays or something like that. I'm pretty sure they still sell it anyway. Really cool mug. Insulated pretty good too. It's not a corksicle or anything like that, but you know, it is. Joffrey's. And that sounds pretty rough, but all right. Okay.
Why can't I get the thing I wanted? It's a stuffed animal. I told you that.
All right, folks, let's move along. I'll take you in here. I'm sure everybody has seen this, but let me take you in here and show you.